is critical.
A united voice helping impact the future of farming for the better.
A lot of the things that the legislature.
Morning, everyone. Good to see you. Welcome back for a brand new year. You're number 6, right?
Anybody want to take bets on what bump music Josh comes back to today?
Does anybody? Do you have a guess? I've already got it set, so I'm not gonna change it.
Is it Eminem?
Guess who's back again? No.
You use that for every time we come back.
I do use that for every time we come back for my extended break, but not today.
I'm excited to see what you've picked.
Yes. Good morning, Laura, Glenn, Jessica. Yes. Our loyals.
My mom's a loyal listener.
Who listens to your radio show? My mama listens. That's how we roll. Yes, we missed all y'all. Yeah, we enjoyed our time off. Hope everybody enjoyed their time off. We spent a lot of time focusing on making the show better. A lot of energy was spent on the radio show. I ain't gonna lie.
Every time I talk to Josh about making the show better, I'm like, I gotta make the show better. He's like, it's fine. You do fine. And then so we got nowhere.
Yes. We didn't make it very far. But we are glad to be back. I'm being serious. I'm not messing around.
It's not a joke.
I'm not messing around here. Joe Biden. All right, here we go. Morning, Jacob.
Headphones are.
Your headphones? They probably take them in there. This is what happens. People take them and then they don't bring them back. Probably. I don't know. I'm going to start firing people if they're going to take some and not bring it back. I'm not in the mood. Jessica said, I'm not wrong. Show's good. See if I can remember how to push all the buttons. It's been a minute. What do I push here?
Where do I put this?
That's what she said.
Just any open one?
I'm going to put it here.
Put it there.
Yeah. Well, you may not.
It don't work.
There.
Huh?
There. Those are all headphone plugs there. So
can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong. Hey, good Monday morning to you, everybody. Thunder Radio Morning Show back with you for the first time in a while. It's been a few weeks, and we're glad to be back with you. Josh and Holly getting you to work, getting you to school for city schools, getting you home from work. For you night shift warriors out there, we're glad to have you with us today. Morning Show brought to you each and every day by Dr. James Van Winkle. There's many great ways to make you look great, function great, and feel great. I'm going to talk more about Dr. Van Winkle. Actually, we're going to talk about a good place you can rent and go on vacation. We're going to talk about that some today because we were able to rent a fine place during the Christmas break. Went down to Orange Beach, covered some girls basketball, and I can get you into a really good condo, and I can do it and get you 15% off. So it's a pretty good deal if you use promo code Thunder15. Matter of fact, heading over to my Facebook page right now, facebook.com, search for Thunder Radio. Scroll down. I posted the video yesterday. Let's get the link. It's Gulf to Beaches. If you want to look it up yourself, it's Gulf, the number 2, Beaches, and you can type in Shoalwater 802, and when you book, use promo code Thunder15. If it's too much to remember, I get it. Go to our Facebook page, facebook.com, search for Thunder Radio, and all the information is there. I know you're already thinking it's going to be cold. This is when people start booking up their vacations. It's cold, so you're thinking spring break, summer break, fall break. Book now and save that 15%. All right, we've got a lot to do. We got a lot of catching up. We had a lot of things happen over the break. We did some stuff. So we're going to talk about that in just a minute as well. Let's take a look at your weather first, though. It's chilly out there, 37 degrees, but nowhere near as cold as we're headed. That's dropping all day long. We're going to be around 25, 28, something like that by this afternoon. Gusty winds, 25 miles an hour. North breeze is going to be very cold. 22 overnight tonight, and that starts a trend of high temperatures, 34 degrees on Tuesday, 32 on Wednesday, 33 on Thursday. Those are high temperatures, folks. It's going to be cold at night, too, down around 15 degrees or so on average over the next several nights. Weather forecast brought to you by our friends at Wisteria Hill Boutique. Get your new year started right with some trendy clothing. at Wisteria Hill, 205 South Woodland Street near the square in downtown Manchester. All right, on that note, I do believe it is time to bring in the better half of the Thunder Radio Morning Show. Across from me sits the brains of this operation, the planner, the organizer, the CEO, and president of Coffee County Broadcasting Incorporated. She is by far the looks inside of this studio. She's the brains of the operation. She is the microphone licker. She is the corn cob eater. She is the president-elect of the Manchester Chamber of Commerce, and one of the main reasons the rockin' world continues to go around. Holly, welcome back, and good morning to you.
Good morning.
First show of the year. You're number 6 of the morning show. Well, Toby Keith, right? Well, Toby Keith. Anybody had Toby Keith on the board?
Not me.
Nobody had Toby Keith? Sorry, I can't play it for you guys on the cameras if you're new to the show. Somebody's watching on the Whiskey Country page.
Hey. Howdy, I guess I should say.
Whiskey in the mornings. Yeah, so the show, the morning show, is available on the Whiskey Country Rooster Facebook page, not the radio. The radio is still morning. You can still listen on Thunder Radio, but 107.9 FM, 1320 AM, and all that.
Oh, Toby.
It's not pulling the recording on that. I don't know why. No, it is. Just low. I don't know why. All right.
You're my favorite kind of girl.
Huh. Let's get switched back. Holly, sing.
I don't know this part.
Oh, you sing this part right here, right?
How do you like me now?
All right, comings and goings. What's happening in and around the Manchester, Coffee County, Southern Middle Tennessee community? Coming out of the Christmas break, there's usually not a ton of things going on, actually. People are they're just tired from the holiday.
Yes,
There's
war plum out.
You know, and you're having to go back to work, or school, or whatever it is that you're headed. Nobody's really thrilled with that.
That weird time frame between Christmas and New Year's where you just don't know what day it is. And
when it falls in the middle of the week, it really messes with you. I had no clue what day it was for the last
I didn't
couple
know
of
what
weeks.
day the banks were open. I don't know who's working. Basically, nobody's working, but sometimes they are. So it's just.
Yeah. So we and then we went to Orange Beach for a few days to cover girls basketball. You know, tough work. Somebody had to do it. And so we went down there, had a great time. Flew down, and it was a great flight. Enjoyed that, and spent time at the beach. But Christmas is on a Wednesday. We fly on a Thursday, and then we're just kind of on vacation, but still working, kind of. And there was just a lot of different things happening, and I had no clue what day any day was when we came back. I didn't know. I do know today is Monday, though. Unfortunately, it's about like back to normalcy. I guess we had to get back to it sometime.
I need normalcy in my life or I get anxious.
And I lose productivity. I'm like, well, why? What are we doing? We're not even working. Why do I need to do anything?
I'm not like that. I am so productive.
I need to be on schedule. I think it's the tism that's got me. I've got to be in my routine and on schedule. Kevin said, I've had at least 6 Mondays the last 2 weeks. Well, then you feel like, so you got Monday, and then it's like, oh, now it's Christmas. And then you feel like after that, you kind of go back to work. Is this Monday again? I don't know. Then the weekend's here. A lot of that was going on during our time off. But we're glad everybody's back. Middle school basketball returns tonight in Coffee County. Coffee Middle Basketball hosts Cannon County, 8th grade night, 6 o'clock tip for the girls, boys to follow. And Coffee County High School basketball returns tomorrow For folks who didn't get to see them over the break because they were scattered all over. The boys were in Scottsboro, the girls were in Gordonsville, and then down in Gulf Shores, and then out in West Tennessee near Memphis. They'll be at home, not at home, I'm sorry, at Tullahoma on Tuesday. I hear that on Thunder Radio at 6 for the girls, boys to follow. And some other items of note, gentlemen, write this down. We are 39 days away from Valentine's Day. So you've got about 32 days to start your shopping. And then we are 62 days away from the return of daylight savings time. If you want to go ahead and start counting down to that extra hour of daylight. They start getting longer now, right? We hit the winter solstice, so did we start
good.
getting, right?
Good.
Isn't that what happens?
Yeah.
Did we start like a minute a day or something?
I've left my Christmas decorations up. I've never let them
They're still up at the
stay
house.
up this long, but I've let them stay up.
We've been busy though.
Yeah.
We haven't had time to take them down.
Yeah. I like how you say we.
Holly's been busy, and she's the one who would take them down.
When you take them down, that's it. There's nothing. It's just
Yeah.
cold and
Dark.
and
All the lights are down.
dank until March. The end of March.
Late April. Yeah, it's not the best. Yes, over the weekend, Jessica, the Titans lost and secured the number 1 pick in the draft. So congratulations, Titans fans. We can screw that up soon.
But
Anybody have any confidence that they're going to do well with that?
No one can ever call Jessica a fair weather friend.
She went to the game yesterday.
She went to the game.
It was her and 14 other people there. And wasn't many people there at that.
Good for her.
Yeah, Jessica's watching on the Carmine Family Dental Camera Perfect Smile Cams. Several ways you can do that. Over on Facebook, search for Thunder Radio, or you can find us on YouTube, search for Thunder Radio. And I've got this posted on other radio station pages as well. Holly, do we want to talk about that now, or do we want to talk about that when we get back? When do we want to? We've not really brought it up.
Well, how much time is here?
Not really much. If we start digging into it now, we're going to go over.
We give like an amuse-bouche to the next segment, I guess, a little appetizer.
We've expanded the business model a little bit here. This is going to be a big year. 2025 is going to be epic for Thunder Radio, Holly and myself, or we're going to go bankrupt. And I don't know which one. That's what makes it exciting. We don't know which one's going to happen, but there's a lot of excitement in the air around here. We got new people starting today. There's a lot of things happening.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot to talk about. We need to get into all that when we come back. What did we do?
Yeah.
What did we do? We'll talk about that when we get back.
It's kind of a mix. I would never jump out of a plane, but I
feels like that.
I feel like this is what jumping out of a plane might feel like.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about that when we come back. Before we go anywhere, I want to tell you about our friends at Dirtworks. So all this rain, you're going to look out in your yard and you're going to be like, man, I noticed this morning here at the radio station. There's water standing. You know what's very dangerous is trying to pick up blown over trash cans after it rained on them all night and it's dark. I was terrified I was going to dump water all over me because the lid was full of water. Anyway, so you end up with standing water in your yard and maybe near your house, which is even worse because that's going to get underneath the house. Call our friends at Dirtworks. This is we're getting into the rainy season, so they're going to have to find some dry time to work. But come spring and summer, you want this taken care of. You want mosquitoes everywhere in your yard, and that's going to happen if you got water standing. You definitely don't want foundational issues, which will happen if you got water near your house. Dirtworks can take care of that. They are experts. They're the skilled surgeons of the excavation world. 931-409-0782. That's Dirtworks at 931-409-0782. And you can find them online, dirtworks4u.com. That's dirt, WORX, the number 4, the letter U.com.
Listen up, ladies. Most of us suffer from urinary incontinence. But what if I told you how to solve these issues? I'm talking about Emcelatron.
Yes, you are. There you go.
I'm on now.
Give me a second to click the buttons. It's not instant. It's like 3 different clicks before I can switch you over to the mics. Go ahead.
Don't rush me. So one of the things that I wanted to work on regarding the show was the breaks. I want there to be better conversation during the breaks.
Yeah.
So people don't turn it off.
They're going to turn it off when they want to turn it off anyway.
Yeah, but they're especially going to turn it off if it's just boring.
Well, we don't. It's not boring. We
Right?
usually we have a
Again,
discussion during the
This is
breaks.
how this goes. This is how this argument goes. I'm like, I want to make the show better, and he was like, it's fine. It's fine. Any hootie. Trivia. That's the only thing I could come
I
up
knew
with.
she was going to start doing stuff like that. Playing
Trivia's
reindeer
easy.
games.
Everybody
Play them.
loves trivia, and it makes you smarter. What ancient civilization built the Machu Picchu in Peru?
Peruvians.
This is a hard one.
If you're new to the show, that's what she said, Bill.
I'm gonna skip that one because I don't even know if I'm saying the words right, but it's the Incas.
She had
They built those.
all this time to prepare, and here we go.
If you're not going to help me, you can't criticize me on how I'm doing it. All right, this one will be better. What movie was the only Academy Award winner for Best Actor?
Incas. Hattie got this right.
I was going to say that Hattie would get it right.
Him
if he was
or
watching.
Chris Jackson. If they're watching, they're going to get it.
Or Jerry. Jerry could
He's
get it right.
watching, but he didn't guess.
Okay, wait. I'm on to the next one. What movie was the only Academy Award winner for Best Actor for Paul Newman? So what movie did Paul Newman win his only Academy Award for Best Actor? Hattie's smart. I'm trying to get like that.
Road to Perdition.
Paul Newman?
He was in that.
You think he won Best Actor?
No.
Oh.
It's the only movie I can think of that he's in.
Jessica said Cars.
Yes.
Cool Hand Luke. Oh, these are good guesses.
These are good
Except for
guesses.
Jessica. Cool Hand Luke. That's not right. Good guess.
I'm trying to get it. All right, pushed a button. Let's make sure something was working.
What movie was the only Academy Award winner for Best Actor for Paul Newman?
Sublime.
All right, y'all don't know. I'm gonna just tell you. The Color of Money.
Hattie got it.
Hey,
Yeah.
you're so smart.
Right as you said it, it's Color Money. It takes me about that long to Google it, I think. But I posted a snow patrol or a school patrol because Grundy County's on a 2-hour delay today.
Oh yeah.
And so I usually post it when people are in our listening area. If it's a county that touches Coffee County that we're going to touch. And, people, and so the comments, here they come. They start complaining, well, Coffee County doesn't go back tomorrow. I know. That's why I didn't post anything. I mean, but the city goes back tomorrow. They do. But they're not closed or delayed. So I'm not going to say anything about them. But there was several comments about the county didn't go back tomorrow. Like, well, why are you? I'm like, even if they didn't go back today, even if it snowed 8 feet, I'm not going to post that they're out because they're scheduled to be out.
Yeah.
It's like saying school's closed every day during the summer or something. I'm not going to do that. I die on that hill. So anyway, there was a lot of comments about that. Radio morning show, 6:30 till 8:30, Monday through Friday. Brought to you by Dr. James Van Winkle. I don't know about you, but this cold weather makes me think I got to get to the beach. I got to get somewhere where it's warm. When we over Christmas break, we did take a trip down to Orange Beach. Got to stay at a really nice condo, and I can hook you up with a 15% discount if you want to stay in the same condo we stayed in. You got 2 pools there, right on the beach. I've never stayed at Orange Beach. I've stayed in Gulf Shores, which is kind of like Deckard, Winchester, right? They're right there together. We've stayed in Fort Morgan, Panama City. I've not stayed in Orange Beach. Loved it. Close to a lot of restaurants. Not super, super busy. So if you want to book that same place, we did a couple of different ways you can do it. If you want to go to Gulf 2 Beaches on your website there, on your phone, on your .com either. Golf, the number 2, beaches, and then type in Shoalwater 802. And when you book, use promo code Thunder15. That's the Thunder and then the number 15. Or if that's too much to remember, go to our Facebook page, facebook.com, search for Thunder Radio, and you can scroll down. I posted a video of the condo yesterday, and it's got all the instructions. It's got the link directly to book, and it's got the promo code there. So get those summer and fall break and spring break vacations booked up now and save yourself 15% using promo code Thunder15. All right, Holly. We were busy over the break. We did a little expansion of the business. And this is something we've been working on for a while.
Yeah.
And have not really been able to talk about.
It's been hard to not talk about it.
We kind of reached an agreement, and I don't know. We started working on this in July.
Yeah.
I think maybe late June, early July, and reached an agreement in late August or so, somewhere around there, maybe early September, and finally closed the deal in November, and then got FCC approval.
I think that's what
I got FCC approval in November, closed the deal on December 31st.
Yeah.
And so we've purchased 3 additional radio stations. So Coffee County Broadcasting is the kind of the parent company of Thunder Radio, which is and Holly and I own Coffee County Broadcasting, which owns Thunder Radio. We've purchased 3 additional radio stations. You're probably familiar with them. They're in the area. Rooster 1015, which originally was Fantasy 1015 forever ago. I think that started in 92 here in Manchester. Roger Dotson. A lot of people remember Roger and his family. Well, then that sold to Bowman Broadcasting, I think around 2016 or 17 or so. And then there's 93.9 The Duck, which a lot of people listen to for classic hits, classic rock. And then Whiskey Country, which is 105.1 and 95.9. All 3 of those were in one station group. We purchased that group, and those are all now under our umbrella. So we are excited about what all that's going to bring. It's very early in the process. We just officially took over January 1st, so it's gonna be a slow go trying to get all that up and running. We have visions for that. Some of it will appear in 1 or 2 months. Some of that will appear in 6 or 7 months, and some of it may be a year or so before you start to see it. But we're very excited to work with them and work with the employees who are there and the different communities that we'll be able to work in. So, and the morning show is actually on the Facebook pages for those 3 stations too, not on the air there, but on the Facebook pages.
Yeah.
So very exciting.
And
Coffee County Broadcasting is now Peterson Media Group, by the way. It comes with a name change.
Big thanks to Pete Bowman, who owned Bowman Media Group.
Bowman Broadcasting. Yeah.
Bowman Broadcasting. He's
been great to work with.
And a lot of people were interested in purchasing the stations, but he kind of had his
he
could have picked, and he chose us to carry on those stations
and build what he's worked on, and it's a very humbling feeling when somebody's willing to kind of trust you with what they've worked on.
I trust you to do good things, and makes you feel good.
Yeah, absolutely. Also very nerve-wracking. I'm not gonna lie, if there's not some of that. Anytime you start throwing around lots of dollars, and it's like, maybe I'll be living under a bridge in a year if we can't sell some advertising. Speaking of all you advertisers out there, I need to talk to you about your rates.
Yeah, right.
But nothing will really change here. So there have been, people have asked when we went into this whole process. I told Holly, I said, listen, I'm willing to do this. I feel like it's going to be a good business model for us. I think it's going to be good for our family and good for our business. But I'm only willing to do it if we can make sure Thunder Radio stays on course, on track.
Yeah.
And I don't want it to be affected because it's kind of what's kind of gotten us where we're at. And also it's my baby. We've been, we took it over in 2019. I worked here since 2005. And
you've been here since 2005, like
in some form or fashion.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I know it's not full
doing some ball games or shows or whatever, or helping with election coverage.
And I don't think I even know how you got in. I don't even think I've ever asked you how you got into doing radio.
It's an interesting question.
I'm like, we've been together for, I don't know, 14 years now, going on 14 years.
Be 15
and I don't
October,
think you've ever told me how you got even started in radio.
So I was umpiring Little League Baseball in, I guess it was probably the summer of 2005, maybe.
So you were
it was the summer of 2005.
19,
or maybe
20?
about getting ready to turn 19. I think.
Okay.
And I was doing the Little League All-Star tournament down here in Manchester. And I got hit with a ball in the head, which apparently is a theme for me. I don't know why. They were taking pregame, and I was turned to talk to the press box to make sure they had lineups, and I was I was the home plate umpire for the game. Like, you got your lineups, etc. And an errant ball hit me right in the side of the head and knocked me out. So
Wait,
yeah.
you got knocked out?
Yes, I was out cold for a minute. I mean, hit me right in the side of the head. Yeah, I think I had some blood, and it was not good.
Oh,
So-
I didn't know this.
So anyway, oh yeah, they hauled me out of there in an ambulance. It was not pretty.
That's not the first time a baseball has knocked you out cold.
No, it happened. It's probably happened 3 or 4 times actually. So
Yikes.
anyway, so I didn't get to umpire the rest of the week. Doctor said no, I couldn't because I was trying.
Concussed?
Yeah, I was like, get me out of this ambulance. I got a game to call. They wouldn't let me. So anyway, but at that time,
Don't be a hero.
Thunder Radio was broadcasting, Little League All-Star games. That's back
Okay.
when it was Little League, and they played All-Stars, and they would do some of the All-Star games. And Jonathan Boylan was broadcasting a game down there, and he was like, I was just down there watching. He was like, "Hey, jump on with me," because I knew
Were you
him.
nervous?
Yeah, he worked at the Manchester Times. He was
Okay.
a sports guy when I played baseball. So he was like, "Hey, jump on the air with me."
Okay.
And so I jumped on, and it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. I liked it. Probably talked more than I should have at that time.
You think so?
Well, baseball's kind of there's a lot of dead air, so you can talk quite a bit. But I really enjoyed it. Had a good time, and that just kind of turned into something that, and then as Jonathan later on, he left the paper, and I instantly reached out and got a job there at the newspaper.
Yeah.
And then that, Rob and Tiffany were, looking, because Jonathan did a lot of work here.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, well, can you just do what
So you just
He
kind of
did.
took his
I
spot.
kind of took his spot?
He kind of,
and Rob and Tiffany,
introduced-
like, yeah, can you do what
yeah.
what Jonathan was doing, with some of the sports coverage here? Can you help with that? And I was like, yeah, that'd be great. So that's kind of how that started. And, learned a lot from Dennis Weaver and Rob and stuff over the years.
Right.
But I wanted to make sure Thunder stayed good. Back to the original story we're talking about here. Want to make sure Thunder's good. So we got, we're bringing back Brian Markham. A lot of people know Brian.
Yes.
He was here for a long time during that era. And when we bought the station, we just didn't have financial flexibility to have
Sure.
him here. So he's returning, and he'll be handling a lot of the business inside the Thunder Studios. We will continue to do the ball games like we do. We'll continue to do the morning show like we do. So now it may mean some 26-hour days for the first, few, probably from here to Juvember, I guess, and then we'll clear it up.
Yeah. It'd be good. It's exciting and scary and overwhelming.
Yeah,
and
all the
I
things.
look forward to the challenge.
A lot of anxiety.
But then also my stomach's been tore up for months.
I drank a lot yesterday. I was at Common John Brewing Company, and I was like, I don't want to think about work, so I'm just going to drink all these beers.
Brian says, we have the concussion to thank for all of this.
Right, getting hit in the head.
Yeah.
Yes.
Best thing ever happened to you. You didn't even realize it.
I don't think I was concussed. Maybe I was. I felt fine. It cut me too. Like, it didn't really hit me right directly in the head. It hit me low, like just around the cheekbone, and my teeth cut the inside of my mouth, and
Mm.
it wasn't the best.
Do you remember the kid who was responsible for it?
I have no clue who threw it.
Okay.
It was one of the Manchester teams, which was frustrating because I knew those kids. Like, I umpired for them all season long.
They
So I knew
have
the
to
kids.
remember. They have to.
I don't know if they do.
No, listen.
That's a long time ago, 20 years ago.
If you threw a ball and hit an umpire
Oh, I would
in the
remember.
face,
I would remember.
and he went down, and there had to be an ambulance called, you would remember who that guy was.
I remember the team, and I remember the coach. So I can reach out and see if we can find out who started this whole thing.
And thank him.
You have them to thank. God works in mysterious ways. He just puts you where you're supposed to be.
And who was it? Jonathan?
Jonathan Boylan.
Okay.
Yeah, they called him J-Bo. He did the sports, and
Is he still local?
no, he lives in Franklin now, or Thompson
Okay.
Station is where
Okay.
he's at now. He realized he wasn't going to make it at $6 an hour writing sports in the newspaper and got out of there. And then here I come like a sucker. I'm like, I want that job. That'd be good.
Well,
Like, I'll tell you what, we'll give you $6.50 an hour. And I was like, oh, boom. Lakeway, buddy. They shell out the big bucks. So that's kind of where that started. But we're really excited to work with the employees of the new group and piece together a really good organization that people can use to because our goal is always kind of we're community. I feel like we're community builder kind of people.
Yeah.
That's what I like to consider us. So we want to help businesses grow, which we do that through our advertising, right? But a lot of times we help them at pro bono rates, which we probably should stop doing that. But we do a lot of I want to help businesses grow because I want everybody to succeed. It really upsets me when I talk to a business owner and they're struggling or something's not going well. I get very upset. I'm like, what can I do for you? How can we help? So we want to do that.
We understand how hard it is,
right?
and how just
when you put your own money on the line and you're doing it every day. So I get it. I feel that pain. So we consider ourselves kind of community builders or want to be. We want to help everybody else. So whether it's the businesses or maybe it's the ball teams, we want to broadcast ball games for kids and build those programs up, or nonprofit organizations. There's so many good nonprofit organizations, in the Manchester area, the Coffee County area. So we want to be able to do that in the Tullahomas and the Shelbyvilles and the Franklin counties and the Moore counties. We want to be able to do that for them too. So that's what we're up to. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. We're hiring.
Yeah. I think probably my, not, what do you call it? A not good quality about somebody.
What, a red flag or an ick or a?
No, just something I need to work on
Okay.
is relinquishing, asking for help.
She needs help.
I'll just do it. I'll just do it.
Delegation.
Delegate.
It's not her
yeah.
thing.
I need to
delegate more.
because I'll just do it. I don't.
Yeah.
And it's not that I don't want help or don't need it. It's
I just feel bad asking other people to do it. I'm like, I can get it.
Don't want to ask anybody to do anything. And a lot of times I'm even paying them. And I'm just like, oh, would you mind doing this for me?
Jessica says vice is the word you're looking for here. It's a vice.
Yes. Thank you.
So, but we need to ask
and
for
so,
help. And Holly has asked for some help.
She's
gotten some photography help.
With, she's a Coffee County High School alumni. She played softball.
Yeah.
And she took a lot of pictures for the quarterback club over this past football season. So we've brought her on to
help with the photography side. Yeah. So Holly can have, because I told her, I was like, because she wants to be able to, we do a lot of pictures on the Facebook page or whatever. And she's like, well, yeah, I want to be able to do that for Tullahoma and Shelbyville and some of these other places. We want to help those high schools too and let them have good experiences. I was like, well, honey, you can't be at all the games everywhere. You can't. Now, like next Tuesday we go to Shelbyville, so you could do pictures for both, right? But you can't really do that all the time. So she's got some help and has assigned that out, and Emily's doing some work for us.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier,
she'll be at the middle school game tonight. It's 8th grade night to the middle school girls and boys. And
talked about that earlier. Coffee Middle. And then we brought Brian back on board. And then we're hiring. We need outside sales account executives. So, and we also need inside sales help as well. So that way we can make some money. We got to be able to do that to pay the bills. The electric bill's expensive on all those transmitters. And if you know anything about solar panels, it'd be good. All right, we're past top of the hour, past time for a break, but that's what we were up to over the Christmas break. We were trying to get all that finalized and done, and there's a lot of things that I don't say that you don't think about, but when you're trying to merge two companies, there's a lot of little tedious things like getting the insurance squared away. Just little things.
Yeah.
That I don't want to say get in the way, but to get in the way.
Right. But you got to do
like
them.
I'm ready to do business things. And it's like, oh yeah, well, you got to pay the rent and you got to do this. And you got to completely change over your insurance. And you got to completely change over your electric stuff. I mean, it's just a lot of little things like that people I don't think realize. Anyway, all right, past the top of the hour. We got to take a break. Morning show brought to you by Dr. Van Winkle. We've got the Granddads. So why don't you hit the Granddads menu here?
Hit it.
Who's Granddads? People ask. Prater's is now Granddads. New owners, and they're still going to have the lunch buffet. They've done a lot. So I don't know if y'all noticed, Prater's closed up shop on December 24th, I think, and they're opening back up today at lunch as Granddads Restaurant, and it is going to be great. They've got a whole new menu. They're really mixing up that lunch menu, and Holly's got today's 11 to 2 lunch o'clock menu.
Open face roast beef, hamburger steak, pulled pork, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, fried cabbage, and green beans. Granddad's Restaurant. They got burgers, brews, and barbecue.
You don't mind seeing them. 620 Woodbury Highway. They're there today for lunch. You can always see that menu on our website, thunder1320.com. Inside of any of our stories, we got ads that scroll, and there's a Granddad's ad there. Click on it. It'll show you. And also, they have Facebook. Granddad's LLC. That's Granddad's with 2 Ds. GRANDDADS LLC. So go give them a follow on Facebook. They'll keep you up to date on their events and things. I think they have a grand opening on the 18th. I think they're open today, but they'll have their official grand opening on the 18th. I think Tall Paul's going to be playing, and all kinds of fun down there. So y'all go check them out today and try. And remember, it's day one. So if you get down there and there's something's a little off or they're a little slow or something, it's day one. So be gracious when you go down there and check them out. Morning show here till 8:30.
Looking for affordable, reliable auto repair? Look no further than Millie's Auto Repair in Manchester. Whether you need a quick oil change or a
Kid's name was, hey, watch this. Right? No.
Okay. Trivia.
Holly's determined to do trivia during the breaks. Oopsie, I forgot that bit.
This is an easy one. Maybe even Josh knows this one. What was the name of the famous clock tower in London, England? Don't shout it out if you know it. But
I think I know it. I think.
What was the name of the famous clock tower? You know it. In London, England.
Well, I wanted to shout it out. I had to hold back.
Do sign language and spell it for me.
I don't know sign language.
You really
Holly's
should.
like, you spend the breaks clicking around over there in a racket. I'm like, well, I still have to run the show.
Big Ben is right. Jessica got it. Jessica's the winner. Leanne?
The little known
also got
fact,
it.
Sublime recorded their first song. They did their first music video in front of Big Ben, actually. I don't know if I knew that. It was Sublime or some other band that sounded like Sublime.
Pam got it. Everybody's smart. What is the largest continent by land area? What is the largest continent by land area?
Oh, I know that one.
Look, I'm not dumb. I'm not dumb. But if I got asked that question randomly, I would go, oh my God, I can't remember what's a continent and what's a country.
You can lead it off with, I'm not dumb.
Pam says Africa. Good guess. It does start with an A, but it's not Africa.
It's Antarctica, guys.
It's not.
It's Antarctica.
It's not.
It's Antarctica.
My mom said Australia. That's not right.
Well, there's only 7. The USSR is not a continent. Jana says Asia.
Who?
Jana.
Jana got it right.
Boom, Jana. Except it's Antarctica. Y'all are wrong. I think I was thinking of Alaska.
I saw Jana on the billboard. I was driving along on the interstate. And I was like, who's Jana?
Is it a Unity billboard?
Yeah. Okay, who painted?
Advertising works. Saw it
Yeah.
up there.
Who painted the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel?
It's 16th, Holly. Come on. 16th.
Yesterday, the girl one was talking to me, and she was talking about
Bless her.
drones.
She said, drones.
That you fly
Drums.
with an M and not an N. And I was like, please stop saying that to people.
She's 18.
Who painted the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel?
Ugh. Kevin says, I may not be smart, but I know what love is. Michelangelo.
Who said it?
Jessica.
She got it.
Leanne, it was not Da Vinci.
Good guess.
Kate said Michelangelo, but she spelled it wrong, so.
Like a first and last name. That's how I would have spelt it. I didn't know.
Way to go, Kate.
I thought it was Michelangelo.
You lose. New year and Kate's still a loser. It's good.
She's going to whip your tail. What colors do let me back up. What do color-blind people have trouble can't even read it. What colors do color-blind people have trouble distinguishing? Why are you?
I'm listening to this commercial. Sometimes I got to do other things.
What colors do colorblind people have trouble distinguishing?
Now I got to get that out.
It's 2 colors. It's red and green. Who got red and green?
To attract. This is the Thunder Radio Morning Show with Josh and Holly.
Thunder Radio Morning Show. Josh and Holly getting you to work, getting you to school if you're a city school student, I do believe. Manchester City School. County schools are still out for the day, so they get an extra day of sleeping in. The kids do. I think the teachers have their in-services today. Holly, welcome back.
Thank you, buddy.
6:30 to late Monday through Friday. Morning show brought to you by Dr. James Van Winkle. Ways to catch the show, 107.9 FM in Coffee County. Also 1320 AM. If you're over toward Tullahoma Way, maybe over towards Estill Springs, 106.7 FM is a good way to get us. And you can listen always worldwide on the Manchester Go app for your smartphone and at thunder1320.com. Click on Listen Now. On the Carmine Family Dental Camera Perfect Smile Cams, you can watch the show. Instead of listen, you can watch on the Thunder Radio's Facebook page, also Rooster 1015, 93.9 The Duck, and Whiskey Country Radio. All those Facebook pages have the video feed, or go to YouTube and search for Thunder Radio. So multiple ways to catch the show. And you can watch replays of the show there later, too. Holly, is it games?
Yeah.
Is it stat? Is that what we do here? I've just completely forgot what we do. We had so much time off. So the first stupid, silly stat of year number 6 of the morning show and the first stat of 2025. Here we go.
And now it's time for stupid, silly statistics that you never knew
I don't know where you're getting your statistics.
and probably don't need.
Kim, did you bring your statistics?
Stupid Silly Stat revved up by our friends at Freedom Automotive. Get that car running right in the new year. They can take care of about anything over there. Custom exhaust work is a big thing for them. Apparently not just any repair shop does custom exhaust work. Well, they do that at Freedom Automotive. They get your tires, alignments, and all that stuff as well. And they're open on Saturdays for your convenience, Monday through Saturday at Freedom Automotive. Stop by and see them at 515 Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. That's right in front of College Street Elementary School, locally owned and operated. Holly.
A public park is the top outdoor date location. What is the second top outdoor date location? Public park, number 1. Outdoor date location. What is the number 2?
728-1320 to take your guesses on the Ben Lowman Connect hotlines. Good morning. You're on the morning show.
Movie theater.
You said the movie theater. Drive-in
Okay,
theater.
that's a good guess.
Not it, though, Matthew. Thank you. Sorry, I may have had his mic off there. He said drive-in theater, and I don't think I had his mic on for that whole thing. So, drive-in theater. I never liked going to the drive-in much, not because it's not bad. When I do go, it's a fine experience, but I feel like the summertime is the best time to go, and the movie doesn't start till too late. It's like 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Because they got to wait on it to get dark, and I'm out. Morning show.
A sporting event.
A sporting event. Holly, is that correct?
No, sir.
No,
Good
it's
guess,
incorrect.
though.
Good try. Sorry, I just now got the answer over here. So we've got drive-in and sporting event. Neither one of those right. We got a Thunder Radio swag for the winner today. Brand new Thunder Radio t-shirts. If you get the right answer. 728-1320. Jessica says hiking. That is incorrect.
A public park is the top outdoor date location. What is the second? I would not consider this a top date location, but
Dr.
whatever.
Van Winkle has it right. He's texting me the
wow.
answer. He's got it. He's not eligible. Morning show.
Tractor pull.
Tractor pull. Hey, now if we're talking about just the South, Matthew, I think you got that right. But that's incorrect. Incorrect. All right. Tractor pull. That's a date night around here.
One of the funny things that Alante Taylor said at one of his speakings was that
we had him at the Thundies a couple years ago.
Is that where
That's
he
when
said? We've
this.
seen him speak a couple of times. I guess
Yeah.
that's where it was. But he mentioned.
And for people who don't know Alante Taylor, former Red Raider football player, plays for the Saints now.
He was of all.
Was of
now
all,
is
yeah.
a Saint. But he said that everybody was teasing him, asking him about tractor pulls.
Well, I think he said, they was asking him where he's from.
Yeah.
And basically it's the middle of nowhere, and they were like, "What's the countryest thing you ever did?" And he's like, "Going to a tractor pull." And I'm like, What's a tractor pull?
Tractor
and he's
pull?
showing them
Yeah.
videos of tractor pulls, and they just
Blew their
laughing.
mind.
Morning show.
The beach.
The beach.
Oh, that's a great guess.
Good guess, but that is not it.
Unfortunately, everybody in the landlocked states, that's not
Yeah.
an easy date.
That wouldn't be an easy date. No. I'll give you a hint. You're not going to be able to do this everywhere. Like in every city, but you could go to this.
I would
probably.
say within an hour
Yeah,
to
you could
2 hour
do this date.
drive,
Yeah.
you could find one.
Morning show.
A country dead end road.
I know what kind of date that is.
Not it. Jessica says a fair or a carnival.
That's a great guess.
That's a really
And
good
to
guess.
me, that makes more sense than this, but maybe because it's only a fair or a carnival is only, open
Once a year,
one
yeah.
week a year.
I don't like this answer. I don't agree with this.
I don't think you've ever taken me on a date here.
No. We've been, but I wouldn't consider it a date. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
It was
don't-
not a date.
No, it was not a date. So a park is the number one outdoor date destination.
Mhm.
What is the number 2 outdoor date destination? Playing Stupid Silly Stat this morning, 728-1320 if you want to get in on the action. And if you get the right answer, we'll hook you up with some Thunder Radio swag, and you'll be winning bragging rights for the day, which is always pretty fun to have.
Christy says spelunking, which when I was younger, I thought that was so cool. I would love to go spelunking.
Drive-in, sporting event, tractor pull, some other guesses, but none of those right. Morning show.
Hi, is it mini golf?
Mini golf.
Oh,
Good
good
guess,
guess.
but not it.
I could see that being a date.
Morning show.
The lake.
The lake. Good try, but no. The mini golf is it's a pretty popular date destination.
I was just talking about, I can't remember the last time I've played mini golf.
Morning show.
Stock barn.
Stock barn. Not it. Nice.
Oh, I love living in the South. I love it.
Tractor pull, stock barn, dead end country road. We've had some good guesses. The number 2 outdoor date destination is what? Number 1 is a park. Morning show.
Concert.
Concert.
Oh, that
Good
makes
try,
sense.
but not it. Good try.
These are all
And I think that was Bud, and Bud is like
super smart.
when he's like 12 for 12 on the stat. I think that may be the first time he's ever missed. I think that's who that was. 728-1320. This is answer. I'm telling you, this is not. I don't understand it because I've never thought, "Ooh, I'm going to take Holly here on a date." To be
You don't
honest.
take Holly anywhere on
Yeah,
no
I knew that
dates.
was coming. I knew that was coming. I knew it was coming.
Every now and then he'll take me out to dinner, and I appreciate that.
Jessica says a mini golf was our second date, and a sounds game was our third. Sounds like good dates. Morning show.
Is it a concert?
A concert. Good try, but that's not it. Try again.
You and I have been on many concert
We've
dates.
been on concert dates. Yeah, we've been. A lot of times that's outdoors. I feel like that should be higher.
I do too.
I don't know why this is number 2, and apparently nobody
It's
else
got to
does
be
either.
the people up north must be doing this
I guess.
and
going to tractor pulls or anything fun.
diluting the good ones.
728-1320. Rocky says Six Flags. It's not a amusement park or fair or theme park or anything like that. And I'll say this, and I kind of the hint I gave earlier. You're not everyone is going to have this in their town, but you can probably get to it within an hour or two. So almost everybody's got the option to do this as a date, but it's going to take you, depending on where you're at, a minute to get there. The number 2 outdoor date destination.
Maybe if I lived closer to one, maybe.
Christy said, I guess going into a cave would not be an outdoor activity.
I'd consider a cave outdoor.
Morning show.
Racetrack.
Racetrack. Good try, but no. I love all these guesses.
I like when the guys call in and
Yeah. And
because
guess their dates.
Yeah, that's where they want to go on a date.
Dirt track, racetracks. We're going to go to tractor pull.
Outdoor midget wrestling.
Yeah, something like that. But none of that's right. Morning show.
A dance.
Not it. Good
A
try.
sock hop, if you will.
It's a watermelon crawl, actually.
Annette says winery. That's a good guess.
Morning show. Morning show.
The zoo.
The zoo. It is the zoo. You got it right. Who is this?
Patricia Miller.
Good
Patricia?
job.
Good job, Patricia. It is the zoo. I've got you a T-shirt up here at the studios. You come pick it up, okay?
Okay, I don't know where you're located.
Whoa, I guess you need to find us. We're at 1030 Oakdale Street in Manchester, kind of near Westwood Elementary School. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I don't have the address yet. Oakdale?
1030 Oakdale Street.
Okay.
In Manchester.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Patricia. Boom, coming in strong. It's the zoo.
You know why I
hate
don't want to
that.
go to the zoo on a date is because there's kids there.
Yeah.
I don't want to go somewhere where there's going to be a lot of kids running around and crying,
we
pick
love
me
kids.
up. I want this toy. I spilt my ice cream. I don't want to go on a date
We were just talking about this with somebody.
like that.
It was a fast four question on the coaches show Saturday. It was zoo or aquarium. This past Saturday just happened to be.
Ooh.
So I was thinking the zoo. I feel like you go when it's always hot. Like, you feel it hits you in the summer to go to the zoo. And you're like, oh, let's go to the zoo. And it's 110 degrees. and
All the animals are like in the shade
they're
and they're
tucked
not.
up in the
you can
shade.
see the back half of a lion.
Yeah.
And every
his
now and
tail.
then his tail will bounce
Swat a
up.
fly.
Yeah.
He's been in that enclosure for the last 20 hours. He's burning
There's
up.
some warthogs in that cave over there. And if you squint real hard, you can see them.
Jessica said, every time I take my kids to the zoo, I see this and I'm always like, why? Let's go on a date where there's a bunch of whining kids. I feel like it's always hot and you just don't, I don't know. If you can go on a perfect weather day where
I'm
it's
trying
like,
to go on a date where there's less children.
yeah. What about you, aquarium or zoo? What do you prefer? Aquarium, I feel like there's only so many fish you could see before you're like,
I think I would pick aquarium because no matter
they got otters there.
no matter the time of year, I'm not going to be uncomfortable
Okay.
temperature wise. And the water is soothing and calming, even if you're just looking at the same fish or kind of repetitive. It's really pretty, the blue and lit up, and I think it would be.
It's fun when you see the divers go in and feed them and stuff.
I never saw that.
I think you could pay them to go in and do like proposals, like to hold up a sign.
I want to do that. I want to work in an aquarium and
You're terrified of things like that.
Do shows like that.
You're terrified.
I could do that. Why am I so scared of everything? Y'all, we hadn't even got to talk about the flight down and the flight back, but
we probably should talk about that. Because we did take the airplane down.
Just to let you know,
we survived.
It was fine. It was but I was scared to death. I cried twice before we left the house that morning. I was up at 3 a.m. pacing, and I didn't have to be. It was perfectly fine. But I just get scared. I don't know how to explain it.
It was a smooth flight. We went down for Christmas to Orange Beach. For people who didn't know, we went down and covered girls basketball. They were down there playing in a tournament, so we broadcast games. But I was like, I don't want to drive this. We just drove it for fall break. I didn't want to drive it. I know that sounds spoiled, but I didn't want to. So we had some local pilots that were, that took us down. And I wasn't sure either about the smaller plane. I didn't want to tell Holly that before we flew in it, but I knew felt comfortable and safe. I just didn't know about how bouncy and turbulent, it could be, but it was the completely smooth flight. Like I could have slept if I wasn't too busy looking at stuff. Like I'm a nerd, so I like to listen to air traffic and I like to look at all the different things down there. But if not, I could have slept. It was perfectly fine.
I want to talk more about this because I made notes about the flight of things to talk about. So we can put it after Name That Tune when we have a little.
Got a news break here. I want to tell you about Common John Brewing Company, 210 Woodbury Highway. We were there yesterday. Couple of different things. If you do like beers, I recommend the Slow Down Easy. That's a new one. They've had it before, but they've got a new version of it. So try that. Otherwise, if you just want to grab some food, the Scrambled Egg Power Bowl is always bussin'. Try that. They have breakfast starting at 8 a.m. Wednesday through Saturday, 10 o'clock on Sunday. And single on Wednesday, karaoke on Thursdays, and most times entertainment on the weekends, Fridays and Saturdays. 210 Woodbury Highway, Common John Brewing Company. Check out some of their merch while you're in there as well at Common John Brewing Company. 210 Woodbury Highway, online at commonjohnbc.com.
Now, another update from the WMSR Thunder Radio News Center.
Thunder Radio's local news update.
everybody be like, why do you want to go to the zoo?
I think that's a stupid answer.
Made it a good stat, though, because nobody could figure it out except Patricia.
And Dr. Van Winkle.
Dr. Van Winkle got it early. He texted me early in the show with it.
Look, if I was younger in my 20s and you and I just first started dating and you say, hey, let's go to the zoo on a date, I would think that was so romantic.
Right.
I would just be like, he is the sweetest guy trying to take me to the zoo. But
I didn't realize how hard it was to
I've
impress women. You just got to give it.
you just got to do something, anything. I hit that hard. I hit that with some feeling.
Yeah.
As I've matured, though, I couldn't think of anything less appealing.
Yeah.
Driving to Nashville or Chattanooga.
Kevin said just take them parking and break out the MD 2020.
Mad Dog 2020.
No, we had that. Wait. I broke that out. It was at a party a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Oh.
I got a pic. I have to find an old picture from that. Of Mr. Hatfield.
Yeah, he's got that. Turned up, I think. Oh, Lordy.
Okay, trivia.
That's all he wants to do during the breaks.
I'm just trying to keep you guys entertained.
Are you not entertained?
We got that coming up later. I watched the new Gladiator movie. It's movie Monday. I'm going to review that.
I did not watch it. It was on. I was in the living room, but I didn't really watch it. I guess it was 10 minutes in before I realized he was watching it, and I was busy.
He tried to change it.
Well, I wanted to watch Homeland. That's my new thing. Homeland. Also, I cannot work and watch TV. Can't. I've tried. Impossible.
I can.
Impossible.
So, something that I picked up over this break, while we were down at the beach, it rained a little bit at the time, so you're in the condo, is mahjong. I started playing mahjong and I'm addicted to it now.
She also started watching Gunsmoke. Got through a couple seasons.
How
many seasons are there of Gunsmoke again?
20.
20 seasons.
I've never seen Gunsmoke. I didn't know who any of the actors are or anything like that. So while we were down there, I was flipping through the channels and I put it on Gunsmoke. And I was like, I've never seen this. Well, my dad was like, what? You've never seen Gunsmoke? I was like, no. He's like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We failed you as parents. So I didn't know a lot of things that are, for instance, get out of Dodge. You need to get out of Dodge. I've said that before. He better get out of Dodge. I don't know why I've said it. I've heard it. I didn't know what it meant. I mean, I knew it meant he needed to leave town. I didn't know it was from Gunsmoke. So when I watched it and I put two and two together, it was like, oh, cool. And Miss Kitty?
Marshall Dillon.
Marshall didn't hang his hat at like the
Kitty's
song.
Place. That's little Toby Keith.
I didn't know what that was referring to.
I bet you never heard Marshall Dillon say, Miss Kitty ever thought when running away, But you never heard that. You're supposed to be doing trivia. Aren't you?
Well, I know Festus now. I bet how many episodes? I bet I watched 20 episodes while we were down there of Gunsmoke.
You watched
because my mama told me that what's his name with the mustache? It's not Tom Selleck, is it?
No.
Who's Smokey and the Bandit?
Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds was on it when he was younger. But he must have come later in the season because I never saw him. Or I've not seen him yet. But I like Miss Kitty, though. I like her voice. She's got like a mature woman's voice. It's a deeper, sultry sounding voice. I like Miss Kitty.
Did your sister watch Gunsmoke, but you didn't? Because she seems to imply that over here on the comments.
I don't know. I reckon. I know who James Arness is now. Gunsmoke with James Arness.
My grandpa used to watch it.
And I watched a little Bonanza. Leanne said that she likes
I did
Bonanza.
remember watching Little Bonanza.
The episode that I watched of Bonanza had
People need to slow down out there. It's a school zone. They're going like 40.
the episode I had, it was this boy, this teenage boy, and he was singing the most beautiful songs. His voice was just like the sweetest thing you ever heard. And I was like, I know this boy. I've seen him before. And we have seen him. He grew up to be Wayne. He sings in Vegas a lot. He was on because when National Lampoon's Vegas Vacation, the wife and who is it? He sings. He's got dark. Well, he's about gray now. He's old. Wayne Newton. God, dog, that wouldn't come out. Wayne Newton. I like that I could get there on my own and didn't have to look it up.
Yeah.
Yes, Wayne Newton.
Christy was trying to help you out.
If you believe everyone gets a trophy, life is fair, and subscribe to Cancel Culture Thinking, you know what? You might want to change the channel. Yeah, because you're about to get offended. Okay, you've been warned. This is the Thunder Radio Morning Show with Josh and Holly.
Some big old snowflakes coming down outside the Thunder Radio studios.
There's a poor kid, and he is sprinting down the road.
It's a bad combination. It's got some snow falling pretty heavy. It's windy. I believe most everyone has forgotten it's a school zone out here since we've gone so long without having it. And kids are trying to hurry up and get down the road. Yeah, snow just started falling.
I just looked out the window. It was nothing. Now it looks like a snow globe out there.
We need an outdoor camera for the cameras because it's beautiful out there.
Can you want me to go out there with my phone?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I do not. We tried that. We just need to practice it more. Like it works. I don't know. 34 degrees outside the Thunder Radio studios right now in Manchester, Tennessee. And we're going to keep falling. Our high today was back at like 3 in the morning. We're going to be down to around 27, 28 by 5 o'clock this afternoon. 22 tonight. The only good news is it's going to stay cloudy. And I know you're thinking, why is that good news? Because it's going to keep the heat in a little bit for us. Tomorrow's high is 34, then 18 tomorrow night. 32 on Wednesday. We do clear out. No precipitation. 13 Wednesday night for your low. So that's going to be one of those hard freeze. Make sure the pipes are prepared. I probably need to do a little work around here at the station kind of thing. So that's going to be cold. Thursday, 33, 19 Thursday night. And there's a chance of some winter weather Friday. We're kind of monitoring a potential winter weather situation. High of 36 on Friday. Weather forecast brought to you by Wisteria Hill Boutique. I know they were pretty overwhelmed with the amount of people who shopped with them during the holiday season. Like they were very humbled, very excited about that. Get their year started off right and get your year started off right by shopping at Wisteria Hill, 205 South Woodland Street near the square in downtown Manchester. All right, Holly. Well, that snow was quick, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it snowed.
Big fat snow for a good 60 seconds.
And then it quit. So, all right. What are we doing here?
Name that tune.
All right. Folks,
all right. Josh has got a little snippet of a song. He's going to play a 1, 2, and then a 3-second clip. It's just a straightforward clip. It's not backwards or altered in any way.
That's how we did it during Christmas time in reverse.
If you can guess the name of that tune, give us a call on the Ben Lomond hotline. The area code is 931-728-1320. And what can they win, Josh?
It's Black Rifle Coffee.
Okay, Black Rifle Coffee.
Which is great. I find myself drinking a lot more coffee when it's cold.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to go through, I can do how many ounces is this mug?
I don't know, 32.
So I'll drink probably 2 of these today in coffee. I don't know how healthy that is, but that's what I'll do.
I don't know if that's right. All right, let's play.
Name this tune, 728-1320.
The artist as well. I want the artist as well.
Then you're going to need to name the song and give us the artist if you want the Black Rifle Coffee. If you call in with the wrong answer, then you get to call back and try again later.
No, I'm coming to your house and I'm taking your coffee.
2-second clip.
Why'd you go to the 2 so quick?
We're kind of a little behind today anyway.
All right.
So I thought we would just go ahead and speed this process up. Is that okay with you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good, Holly. 728-1320. Name that tune on the Midloma Connect hotlines. Black Rifle Coffee, got a bag of that for you. Jessica said, and you'll be ridiculed for having the wrong answer for months to come. That is correct. You will, if you get it wrong. And just FYI, this is not Sublime. Just on the 3-second clip. This is the message I got for you. Y'all better get it here.
You don't know what that is.
I wouldn't know if you come in with this today. Like Holly's coming out of the holiday break just with deep track stuff.
It's not deep tracks. There's no way.
This was played at the Lincoln County Fair on Thursday night 46 years ago, and it's the only time it was ever played. This was recorded on a record player. Morning show.
Is it Love is Strange by Sylvia and Mickey?
Holly,
that you got the artist correct, but it's not.
Name of the song's not quite right. Call back and try again.
Yeah,
I think she knows it.
It is Mickey and Sylvia,
but the name of the song, at least the name of the song I'm looking at,
it's something different.
It's something different.
They do sing that as well.
You never wanna quit.
Jessica said she has no idea what this is. She says it's from Dirty Dancing, though. Is she right?
Yeah. That's why I thought everyone would get it quick.
No.
I love this song.
Morning show.
Love is Strange?
Not it. Good try.
Wait a minute.
Oh, boy, Holly. Have you got the wrong answer in here? Are you second guessing yourself?
I guess. Do they not? Oh, shoot.
Holly, have you put the wrong answer in here?
It wasn't my fault.
Holly!
That's
Holly!
what Google said the name
Holly!
of the song was.
Holly! What?
Who was the first caller?
Was the
I
first
think you
caller
might have
right?
been right.
Was the first caller right?
Maybe. If it's
I'm
Love
quitting.
is Strange.
I'm
Love
quitting.
is Strange by Mickey and Sylvia.
The first
which I knew
caller, the first caller, I don't think said "Love is Strange," did they, or did they? I
Yeah,
can't. First caller, you win. Sorry.
I think.
Oh my gosh.
Is this
How do you not triple check this before you put it on the air?
because that's what YouTube said it was. I typed it in and it
YouTube
brought
can
it
be
up.
wrong. I've seen it be wrong because anybody can enter that. They can enter any title they want.
Well, the name of this song or game is Guess What Title I'm Thinking. And
Holly's
you're
got
all
this,
wrong.
Holly's got this entered in the system as Loverboy, and apparently that's not right at all. Not even right at all.
Come here,
This
lover
is-
boy.
And this is why I don't like playing the game, because this is not the first time she's done this. And then when callers call in and get the answer wrong, I can't be confident and be like, oh, no, you're wrong. I got to be I don't know. Maybe you are right. I don't know. Holly, year 6 kicked off with Holly just hollying it. You hollied all over this.
Josh, you have told the answer to Stupid Silly Stats so many
That's
times.
different
It's
than
not.
telling somebody who was right they were wrong. Because how many other people were listening and being like, what? No.
Okay, the name of the
728
song
1320.
is Love is Strange,
First-
also known as Loverboy.
It's not. First caller, call back, and I need your name. And I'm sorry. Please keep listening to us. Now, if you don't like the show because you just don't like us, that's fine. But I don't want you to not like the show because Holly screwed this up.
While we were on, I never go back and listen to our shows. I don't ever go back and listen to them. I don't know why y'all listen to them. But
Holly's got a real bad complex about thinking nobody listens and
But over
nobody
the-
should listen.
over the break, I was in my car when some replays were playing, and I'm really funny. I see. I get it now.
But not very efficient at getting the right name entered.
Annette thought it was called Loverboy too. Play the answer, please.
Oh, yeah.
Sylvia,
Yes, Mickey.
boy.
Come here, lover boy.
I thought that's what it was called.
But then you'll do a song and intentionally try to trick people because they'll think that's the name, but it's not really the name because it's You can't have it both ways, Holly. I'm taking over this game. And y'all about to hear 90s country.
Shannon says, just tuned in, but already knew Holly messed something up. I was like, I'm going to do better on the show.
I know that for the last
back out of break, I'm going to do better.
For the last 3 days, she's like, I really want to make sure I do better on the show this year.
There's going to be some kinks.
It's not like this was a new segment. Like we had to work out the kinks in this new segment we're trying. We've been playing Name That Tune.
I was confident that was the name of it. Sorry to the first caller. You were right. And the second caller for that matter.
Well, congratulations to caller 1 and caller 2, who we didn't get the name of. And we told you were wrong, but you were right. And please accept the most sincere apologies from Peterson Media Group Incorporated. And also Holly is fired. She's no longer on the morning show. I just told y'all, but there was going to be no changes to the morning show, but now there is.
Jessica said, it's hard to watch this scene and think that they hated each other. I know that. Well, that's what I've heard, that Patrick Swayze and Jennifer, what's her last name?
Don't ask me movie things.
Golly,
don't do it.
Jennifer. It's right on the tip of my tongue. I hate that. Anyway,
Year 6 of the morning show.
Y'all know who she is. That they didn't care for each other on the set of that movie.
That happens a lot.
Oh yeah. Have you seen
in movies and especially series where they can't hate
lawsuit that's come out with
Ryan Reynolds' wife.
Ryan Reynolds' wife.
What's her
I don't
name?
know her name.
What's her name?
Blake Lively. That's who it is. And the guy she was in that movie with. There's all kind of
a lot
drama.
of sexual assault, accusations and things, and harassment more than assault. I'm sorry, more sexual harassment and things like that.
I don't know. They're saying he's coming forward with some text receipts where it's not quite the way she.
If you're going to come out with something like that, you better
make sure there's no.
Your T's better be crossed and your I's better be dotted, because how are you going to try? If you do that and it trashes somebody's reputation, they're going to swing back.
Yeah, I as a mother to a daughter, I'm all about do not talk to her in any kind of way that I feel is disrespect. You know what I'm saying?
She doesn't feel comfortable with.
Yeah, be a gentleman. But as a mother to a son,
do not fake accuse people of things.
Because it just come out. Do you remember those lacrosse players? I can't remember. Was it in the 90s?
It was the Duke. It was the Duke lacrosse situation that was completely fake. They kicked these kids. They kicked these kids out of school. They shut down the Duke program. They fired the coach. None of it was true.
Because a girl accused 3 lacrosse players of rape, and now she's in jail, I think, for murder. And she confessed that she made all of that up.
Ruined those people's lives. Ruined it. Can you imagine being on the other end of that?
I'm not saying Blake Lively is making that up, but I'm just saying I don't know that. I'm not going to say.
Be careful with that.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't there.
You gotta be careful what you read on the internet. You never know what's true and what's not true out there.
I feel like we got real serious right there.
Yeah, somehow.
This is a fun morning show, and we're talking about.
Yeah, we got too far off on the.
I just feel chatty. I hadn't chatted with everybody, and
there's plenty to talk about. You know, we've had a lot to talk about today. We still got 45 more minutes of morning show. Oh, and we're gonna extend the show to it's gonna be a 4-hour show. Moving forward.
No, it ain't either.
I was seeing if she's paying attention.
What? Okay, wait. News broke yesterday. Joy from ESPN.
Be very careful reading that. Don't be reading stuff dry on the air without.
I'm typing it in.
Breaking out. Hey, Cliff. Welcome. Yeah, we're glad to be back. I can join Cliff over on the Carmine Family Dental Cameras.
All righty. I'm gonna read
about that during the break.
During the break. Yep.
All right. Well, believe it or not, if you listen to this segment, this is the start of year number 6 of this show. So we've got all the kinks mostly worked out by now, but we still got a few.
That was a little bumpy.
Still got a few to work out. Morning show brought to you by Dr. Van Winkle. I want to tell you about this real quick. So when we went during Christmas break, Holly and I went down to Orange Beach because we were going to cover girls basketball. And we did. We broadcast some girls basketball games down there. They were down at Gulf Shores. And we got to stay at a really nice condo. And I'm not saying that to be braggadocio. We just got to stay in a really nice condo. We're very fortunate to have this opportunity. And I can hook you up as well. I mean, it's not like the the cat's meow of condos, but it's a nice place to stay. So if you're looking for somewhere to go this spring break, which I believe spring break is open, by the way, I just checked the schedule, or maybe your summer breaks or fall breaks or whatever, you can go ahead and book this place up, and I can save you some money. So a couple of different ways, if you can remember this. I know it's a lot to remember. It's not the best radio ad in the world, I'll admit it. Gulf 2 Beaches. That's Gulf, the number 2, Beaches. And then type in, search for Shoal Water. That's one word, Shoal Water, 802. And you can find the room and use promo code Thunder15. That's Thunder15. And you'll save 15% on your booking. That's a pretty good deal right there. If you can't remember all that, that's like, whoa, that's websites and stuff. Go to you can remember this. Go to Thunder Radio's Facebook page. Scroll down. I believe it's our last video that we posted. It shows you a good video of the room. I've got a link to the room or to the condo. You can see everything there. And it's got the promo code there for you to use as well. And you can book it up now. So spring break, I believe, is still open. And there's some summer weeks open as well. So go book it now. Save 15% using promo code Thunder15. That's Thunder15. Morning show here till 8:30.
This is Matt Harris at the Harris Law Firm here in Manchester, reminding you that you can't fix stupid, but you can divorce it. If that's you, give me a call.
Shannon said, we started the year off with Van Winkle. Wife had to have the gallbladder removed.
Josh, I think Josh probably needs to have.
I don't need to have it removed. I've just had some issues. It's better now. It's gotten better. A couple times in my life, in the past, probably 3 or 4 times in the past 10 years, I've ran into some gallbladder issues where I've really been upset. And it's lasted 2-3 weeks, 4 weeks, and it goes away. It's fine. And I'm fine. I've also stopped eating. I don't eat anything. I gotta get that changed. What are we doing here? Movie Monday?
Yeah. Or I could talk about our flight, and
Let's talk about the flight here. Right. We don't have a ton of time. We can make it work.
Oh, trivia. I'm supposed to be doing trivia.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be doing trivia. Why don't you do trivia about who sang that one song on Dirty Dancing?
Shut up. Golly, I can't make a mistake.
Cliff said, I see Van Winkle tomorrow. Hoping to get this reflux fixed. Everybody gonna go see Dr. Van Winkle. Y'all tell Thunder Radio sent you.
I went to Dr. Van Winkle. I had gastritis. Yeah, I had to have a scope run, and he got me all cleared up. Trivia.
Oh, she's talking about this Joy ESPN. Am I getting this now?
It looks like a hairdresser has accused Skip and Joy of sexual harassment.
Jessica says she slept with a producer for promotion, then got a promotion and claimed sexual harassment. Oh, it was Holly Johnson that got the song.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Holly. What do we want to do? Let's see. Okay, we'll do entertainment and pop culture. I just want a little bit of trivia questions.
And you want to have your trivia prepared? I thought you had this ready to go.
I sent myself a link, but then I asked all the questions.
Done.
See?
Leanne says probably need to get that gallbladder out before it gets worse.
You don't listen to me, Leanne.
Leanne's just being a salesman over there.
You want to come sell some advertising, Leanne?
Yeah. I feel better. It is. I mean, I'm talking about 5-year intervals. Okay, maybe once it gets to where it's more common, but like I had an issue in like 2015, maybe around 2021, and then this year. And I didn't have issues this year until I took antibiotics for my pneumonia, and it really blew everything up badly, and lasted a long time. But then the gallbladder continued to have problems. But I seem to be better now.
How many Star Wars movies have been released? I don't know when this was.
46. I think there's too many.
I don't know how many. I don't know when this. They could have released another one. These are dumb.
Have y'all have y'all ever seen? Now we probably should ask this question later, but yeah, we may be some more outdoorsy people and more like hunters who listen to the show, maybe on the radio. Have y'all ever seen a silver fox?
Oh yeah.
Because we saw a fox-looking object on our cameras, and I was like, but that looks.
It's not.
It's
It
not
wasn't
red or
Yeah.
orange, and we looked up. There's a silver fox, which apparently they do
I
live around
looked
here.
up a gray fox.
gray fox, okay.
Because I was like,
It looks
that
gray.
looks gray.
Yeah,
And the girl one saw it and thought it was a raccoon,
Yeah.
but with a big fluffy
but it's a big
tail.
old fluffy tail. Looked like a fox tail.
And I looked it up, and it's not called a gray fox. It's called a silver fox.
But then Holly saw it this morning.
I saw it this
up the
morning at your
road.
mom's yard.
Yeah. So apparently we have one living nearby. I mean, I just get fascinated by the littlest things.
I wonder if they're trying to get your grandma's chickens.
I hope so. Oh, yes. Thunder Radio Morning Show is back for year number 6. They didn't fire us or nothing during the break. Holly, contract renewed. We didn't get bubbed. Speaking of, the Rick Burgess Show starts today at 10 for people who are interested in that. And just never mind the liner that says you're listening to the Rick and Bubba Show because I forgot to fix it. So hopefully we'll have that fixed.
Josh, you're real good at your job.
Are you
Way to
seriously going to go
mess
there?
it up.
Considering all the things that I do here?
All the things that I do here.
And also, do not be upset if the show doesn't work at all later, because I don't know. We're going to find out at 10 o'clock if it works. But the Rick Burgess Show for the first time is at 10. Holly, we are... we were talking during the break about silver foxes and things, and there's conversation about that over on the break. We have a silver fox / gray fox living near our house, which is cool. Never seen one before.
Yeah, we looked it up.
I thought it was some kind of mutant.
Tried to identify it on Google,
It was on our cameras.
Yeah.
We caught it on our cameras. So
and the girl one saw it, and then I saw it again this morning. It looks just like a red fox,
Yeah.
except it's gray. I think it's the same family of fox.
I think I read that. I Googled it. But they said it was pretty uncommon.
It's
to see
uncommon
them.
to see them.
Probably rabid.
Probably.
It was on my front sidewalk, just walking around.
Do.
Yeah, so be careful when I walk outside. All right. Holly wanted to talk a little bit about the airplane flight down. She was terrified. If y'all have listened to the show for any length of time, you know Holly is terrified of flying. She's terrified of everything, honestly. She's scared of her own shadow most days.
I am. I hate it. I hate being scared of everything.
And I'm not scared of much.
I wish I was brave. I'm not brave.
So we flew her down and flew her back, and she survived the trip.
Yeah. Beforehand, I was just tore plumb up. And you start thinking about things you don't think about other times. Like I was so afraid that maybe I wouldn't make it, and then somebody was going to have to come through my house and clean my house out because it would kill both of us, probably. And I don't want somebody coming. Maybe there's some things there that I don't want people to see.
Oh boy.
I'm not saying they're bad things or illegal things, but just maybe things I would rather keep private. So I started thinking I was getting tore up about that. So I handled all of that. And then the morning of the flight, I was up at like 3:30, just pacing.
We didn't take off till 10. We were leaving at 10 o'clock the day after Christmas. Holly's up at 3:30. She got every light in the house on, like that country song, and making all kind of rackets.
I cried twice, not cried, but my eyes watered and I was worried. So I took some medicine to help me calm down about 30 minutes before we headed to the airport. And we got there, and our pilots were so positive. They were like, it's a beautiful day to fly. That instantly calmed my nerves. And they do so many checks. They check everything very meticulously and like, okay, this is done. Check, and double check. And I was like, oh, this is good. This is good.
Put Holly at ease. Although when we taxied to the end of the runway to take off, the co-pilot had not shut her door, and I knew it wasn't shut because I could see it. Obviously, it was vibrating back and forth, but then I could tell Holly had a very uneasy look on her face because
like we're not about to take off with that door.
It wasn't hung wide open.
It was cracked.
It was cracked, And she had done that on purpose and was planning to shut it.
Because it gets hot in there.
But before we left, she had talked about how they've accidentally left the door open before.
Yeah.
And so we're at the end of the runway. They're doing their final checks, getting ready to take off. And there's that door just rattling and cracked. And I could see the look on Holly's face. It was one of absolute terror. They did shut the door though, without saying anything. Because then we got their little headsets, and I'm like, how long do I wait before I'm like, hey, your door's open? But these are these are professionals. I don't want to say anything. I was like, once we start rolling down the runway, I'll be like, hey, do you know your door's open? I'll wait a minute. But once we start speeding up, I'll say something.
They knew exactly what they were doing. It was, and it was neat because I've flown on a big plane before, but you just sit there. You don't get to see what goes into, and of course, flying a commercial plane is not the same, but they're constantly in communication with
all the different towers, all the different traffic controls, things like that. It's really neat.
And they're constantly checking things, reading numbers and changing dials, and it was just. And on the way down there, I don't think I said anything.
I couldn't get Holly to speak.
And our pilots were like, y'all are the quietest folks we've ever had on the plane. Well, that's because I didn't know it was okay for me. I don't want to say something and cause you not to be able to hear something from air traffic control. Because she said, there are times when you don't.
2 airplanes crashed midair because Holly was running her mouth and somebody went the wrong way, something like that.
Yeah. And so on the way back, though, I did try to be a little more chat and tried to be relaxed, but I was still afraid.
Yeah. Well, and you get the kind of the personal touch, as a 6-seater plane. So on the way back, it was neat because you they're like, oh, we're crossing the Tennessee border. And they're like, oh, there's Winchester, there's Tullahoma,
so fast.
There's Manchester, and there's Murfreesboro. And you could see all of them at one time. I just thought that was kind of neat.
It was at night, so you could see them by the lights of the city,
When we flew back, it was nice. Going down there was a little bit more nerve wracking because it was cloudy, and when we landed, even I got a little nervous because it was like the cloud ceiling. You could hear in the headset it was telling you and it was like 500 feet, and I'm like, well, that's kind of low. Even I know that, and I'm not a pilot. And then as we're going down through the clouds, it gets a little bumpy. The little kind of some gray stormy clouds, and we're going down through there, and I'm looking down, and I can hear the pilot talk about their altitude. We're 800 feet, 700 feet. And I'm looking down. I'm like, I can't see anything. It's just white down there. And we finally popped out from below the clouds, and it was like, I could see some treetops. That's all I could see.
Oh yeah.
And I couldn't see anything else, just a few treetops. I'm trying to look behind me to see if I can see the runway. And that did get me a little bit nervous, but they handled it well.
Yeah. But I learned a new term.
Wilco.
That means will comply for all you laymen.
So Holly needs to be telling me that often.
Wilco.
Yeah. So when I tell her to do something, Wilco. That's all I want to hear out of you. Wilco.
Yeah. It was. I think on the way down, maybe I got a touch nauseous from. Well, you know how a little dog gets when they get all tore up or something, and you find them, they'll be throwing up on the rug or something. They get all tore up because there's company in the house. They don't know.
When we were descending on the way down, Holly got a little, and I saw it on her face, and I was like, do not throw up on this plane.
I brought a barf bag with me.
Yeah. I got a little nervous.
I was looking for it in there. I was like, I can't throw up in this plane, but I didn't.
We made it. We were safe.
It was good. It was a beautiful flight, and I enjoyed it. Also,
update to last segment, we found out our winner, who we told wasn't a winner. It was Holly Johnson. So congratulations to Holly Johnson. You actually did win on Name That Tune, and you can blame my Holly for doing that incorrectly. Holly, anything else about the flight?
No, we just appreciated it.
It was great. Birthday time. Let's celebrate some birthdays from over the weekend. 728-1320 to call them in, and we'll put you on the birthday list. At the end of the day, Tiffany will be on Connecting Coffee County around 4:30. She's going to draw for a winner of a slice of birthday pie from the Mercantile Cafe Bakery and Gift Shop. And then, so today we'll be drawing for 3 birthday pie winners, a Saturday winner, a Sunday winner, and a Monday winner. At the end of the week, we draw for a birthday cake. To the food line, last week's cake winner was somebody. I can't read all this writing here. Tim Sanders. Tim Sanders won the cake last week. And we will, I've got a new list here. I got a list here that doesn't fit a lot of names. So I've got to really read some small handwriting. Holly's ordered me a new one. All right, drum roll. from over the weekend, belated birthdays. Yesterday, Matt Mueller, Jackson Phillips, Peyton Meeker, all with birthdays yesterday. Happy belated birthday. And then today, Ashley Abraham has a birthday. Today, happy birthday to Ashley. That's all I got right now. But you can add to that list. I don't have any Saturday birthdays on the list, and I've only got the one Monday birthday. So get those in. Holly, celebrities?
Yeah. You remember Mr. Bean?
No.
What?
No.
You didn't watch it?
No.
Josh.
I don't think so.
Are you?
Yeah, I remember seeing it.
You're a punk
No,
because you're lying.
I remember seeing it.
How could you not? I loved Mr. Bean. He didn't talk. Well, he kind of talked. Anyway, Mr. Bean has a birthday today. He turns 69. Also, is it Redis or Redis? Norman Redis?
I think it's Norman Reedus.
Reedus.
Is there two E's?
Is there two E's?
That's Reedus.
Okay. Norman Reedus. That's
Daryl.
Daryl from
Walking
Walking Dead. He turns 55 today. You remember Walking Dead being so big and everybody loved Norman Reedus?
It was a big deal.
Daryl, and he got on the a talk show one night, and he was like, it surprises me the amount of women who are attracted to that, because I'm walking around for days and I'm filthy and stinky and the most disgusting I've ever been, and these women are...
That's what they want. It's the rugged. It's the rugged look.
I like rugged. I don't like stinky.
But you need to be clean. Rugged and clean, I think, is the way to go. We were
Yeah,
talking
oh,
about
yeah.
that because Holly watched Gladiator, and this is a little bit of a segue to next half hour. But Holly watched the Gladiator 2, or what's the name of it?
It's Gladiator 2.
And she was like, can you imagine the smell
of these people?
Yeah. During that time?
Like their baths consisted of just dumping a pitcher of water on their heads sometimes.
The smell had to be pretty overpowering.
Yeah, and no indoor plumbing.
Yeah.
Like, ew.
You know, I am thankful for that. Hygiene products and things, you know?
Yeah.
It's good. All right, we're past top of the hour. Thunder Radio Morning Show Overdrive, financed by our friends at New Haven Mortgage. You're heading into the new year. And this is, a lot of people don't set resolutions, and that's fine. I get it. I've been the resolution person. I've been the non-resolution person. There's different ways to go about it. But generally, even if you don't set resolutions, people just have that, I don't know, you have that new year feeling, right? You just have that sense of
want to get it started right.
Yeah, that you get that blank slate, chance to do something new. Maybe it's you're looking for a new house. Maybe you want to get into a new place, or maybe you want to do some work around your place. It was about this time last year when we were like, you know what? I'd like to put a building up, and I'd like to put a pool in. Like we started thinking about those right around the new year because you're thinking about, new things. Well, New Haven Mortgage can help with all those things. Maybe you can do a cash out refinance, do some updates to your property, or maybe you're looking to be a first-time home buyer. You've been a renter, and you know what? I'm ready to be a first-time home buyer. They can help you through the process, get you pre-qualified so you know what kind of house you can afford. NewHavenMTG.com, or if you're more of an in-person person, go by and see them at 1300 MacArthur Street, right in front of Markham's Pharmacy. Heather Phillips and her team, over 60 years of experience in the home lending industry. New Haven Mortgage, NMLS 1477317.
Broadcasting from the Unity Medical Center studios.
We're your friends. We're your neighbors.
Locally owned and operated.
Thunder Radio. WMSR, Manchester.
Enough grease in their hair to fry taters. Who are we talking about?
I don't know.
Oh, Daryl from The
Daryl.
Walking Dead. Yeah, he's just a greasy, and he stinks.
He's a greasy. All right, let's see here.
Trivia.
Might be a little Kid Rock, huh? So we start the new year.
All right.
Are we talking Gladiator next?
Yeah. These are too easy. Like in the story of Snow White, how many dwarfs are there? That's too easy.
7.
7 is right.
I just pretended like I didn't know. I really knew.
That's too easy.
Right? Too easy. Too easy.
All right, let's see here.
Well, this makes for much better radio. Sitting here just...
You really piss me off whenever I'm trying to do better, and you just come in and not even helping. You're just criticizing me.
She talks that game, but she softens up when we get home.
Better me than you.
Holly, it's a family show. We get all of our listeners back tomorrow, all of our school crowd.
I can't find one good link to some trivia.
Let's recap the snow patrol from yesterday, which I thought was good because we did snow patrol. Because Grundy County was on 2-hour delay. And here's the comments. County does not go back until Tuesday. County schools don't go back until tomorrow. Got the school lunch menu. January 6th is in service. No school. I thought county didn't go back till Tuesday. These are all comments in the thing. Response. Coffee County doesn't go back till Tuesday. Like everybody's very, very on top of it. And then here comes my favorite. All these comments brought to you by graduates of the Coffee County school system. Nowhere does this post mention the city or the county schools in Coffee County. Because it says Grundy County. Grundy County schools, 2-hour delay. It doesn't say anything about the county or the city.
Oh, here's the trivia one.
Uh-oh. Which school is on a 2-hour delay today?
Nashville, Tennessee is widely considered the birthplace of what dish?
Oh. Fried chicken.
Fried chicken. Nashville, Tennessee
Kentucky or something.
is wide.
What?
Kentucky
fried chicken.
I know, honey. I don't think. Look up where fried chicken originated. Nashville, Tennessee is widely considered the birthplace of this dish. You're not far off.
Mashed potatoes.
Nashville.
Origins of fried chicken are complex and likely a combination of influences from Scotland, West Africa, and American South. And the American South.
Everybody was frying that bird.
Yeah.
No, the answer is Nashville hot chicken. Hot chicken.
I wasn't that far off then, was I? I like that Nashville hot. Anything Nashville hot.
It's
Nashville
too hot for me. I can't. I enjoy the flavor.
Was it Prince's hot chicken that we ate that one time that just nearly burnt my head off, but I just couldn't get enough of that?
Yeah, Prince's Nashville hot chicken.
Oh, we got it in a food truck at Bonnaroo, and I was.
Josh paid so much money for these.
For the chicken.
Because
we went. It was in the campgrounds too, so we had to go. It wasn't in the Centeroo, so we had to leave.
We really wanted some.
To go out into the campgrounds and get this chicken. So it was just a hassle because then we have to come back to the thing and I don't want to do all that. So we go out there, we pay all this money for this chicken. There's nothing to drink there except lemonade. It's $10 a glass. And so we've got this chicken and I'm sweating. Like it's burnt my lips. Like if it touches your skin.
I'm dipping it in some water to try and wash the sauce off so I can eat the chicken, but I can't even eat it.
So I finished mine and I'm like, oh, I'm proud of myself. And I look over, Holly's about to throw away like 3 chicken tenders. I'm like, no, you're not.
That's $17.
And I took it and I ate every bit of it. I'm not throwing that away.
We were out of lemonade and just eating the ice, just trying to cool our mouths off.
Well, the ice helped the lemonade, made it worse.
It tasted good. I liked the flavor of this. I like hot sauce.
It's the hottest thing I've ever had.
Yeah.
I like hot food. I like a little hot sauce on my eggs, and I like a little Tabasco sauce. I like hot things. Hot things don't like me so much anymore, but I couldn't. That's the hottest thing I've ever eaten.
That burning ring of fire Johnny Cash was singing about.
Yes, he had just had some of that,
and it burned.
And he had gallbladder issues. So I'm saying,
somebody get Johnny Cash some Tux.
Holly.
Can you put Trace Harmon on the birthday list today?
Trace Harmon. Yeah, they weren't serving no milk out there, Kevin. That's the problem. And I hate milk, so I'll just suffer. Trace Harmon. Today?
Yeah. Look, I like hot stuff. I even carry hot sauce in my purse because we're going to get somewhere and we're going to have chicken and I'm going to want hot sauce or eggs.
Chicken and hot sauce are like Chevrolet and apple pie, man. You got to have hot sauce with your chicken.
I worked at KFC when I was 16, and they have packets of hot sauce there. And I got to go on my lunch break and eat chicken, and I was like, I want to try hot sauce. I like hot, spicy things. And ever since then,
yeah,
I've been tearing up some hot sauce. And
Louisiana
chicken.
brand hot sauce is kind of my new favorite.
I like Louisiana. There's a brand called Crystal hot sauce that is popular down around Orange Beach area.
The problem with that Louisiana brand hot sauce is it stains, like it'll stain your plate orange.
Yeah.
And like, what's that doing to your stomach? Like, you can't get that off. If you put it on your plate, it'll stain it.
I like Louisiana brand, and I like a little Texas Pete every now and
The
then.
official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves.
Sorry. Right.
Yes, it actually does. It's the morning show with Josh and Holly.
Welcome back. Thunder Radio Morning Show. Josh and Holly with you until 8:30 today, 6:30 to 8:30 Monday through Friday. Plenty of ways to catch the show. Radio-wise, terrestrial radio, AM 1320 gets you it gets you all of Coffee County and then into some of the surrounding counties. FM 107.9 gets you Manchester and North, and then some of Tullahoma, and then 106.7 FM over in Tullahoma will get you the morning show as well. Manchester Go smartphone app, click on Listen to Thunder Radio, or thunder1320.com, click on Listen Now. So plenty of different ways to listen. You can also watch the show, facebook.com, search for Thunder Radio. You can also watch on Rooster Radio's Facebook page, the Duck and Whiskey Country Radio. For now, we're kind of trying that out, a little test drive. And YouTube, if you're not a Facebook person, but you got YouTube, search for Thunder Radio and watch the show there. We got a couple people watching over on the tube right now. Actually, a couple of tubers. Holly, welcome back.
Thanks, buddy.
Final segment of the morning show today. First show back, year number 6. Biggest and best year yet coming.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I think so.
We're going, we've been doing radio expansions and different things, and maybe the morning show will change. Maybe we'll have a third host. I don't know. Who knows what will happen by the time this year rolls around and ends. If we had a third person, consistently, one of us could be out and the show could go on pretty smoothly.
Yeah.
Like I had sports last night, or I've got to be over here at this meeting, and the show could just keep going.
I think if we had a third person, I would want to use that as a crutch too much to be like, well, I'm awful tired this morning.
Yeah. Well, you would have to do a certain amount, a percentage of the shows, or you would no longer be part of the show.
Yeah.
Actually, having the third person so I can take the day off.
No, not you.
Holly's the one who makes the show go.
I'm very funny.
She can be. All right, Gladiator 2.
It's Movie Monday.
Yeah, Holly watched this on the TV last night.
I'm gonna try and talk about it with no spoilers. I'm just going to talk about the movie itself and what I thought about it.
I didn't watch much of it. I did glance up a little, and I saw some CGI that I didn't like. But that's all I'm going to say. It was not good. I saw some CGI, and I was like, for 2025 or whenever this movie came out, 2024 or whenever, wasn't impressed with that. I was like, what is this, Jurassic Park 1? Wasn't the best.
Oh, it was. I really liked it.
Okay.
I didn't think that I was going to like it because I really liked the first movie. The first Gladiator was awesome. Russell Crowe. I just loved it. So I didn't think I was going to like this as much, but Denzel's in it. I love Denzel in everything.
He's incredibly talented.
Yeah, he's
I'm a big
real
Denzel
talented.
fan.
One thing I noticed that everybody else had the same accent, and Denzel was still talking in his just regular Denzel normal voice, his normal accent. How he talks every day is how he talked in the movie, and he was the only American sounding person in the movie. But
Do you think it's because he can't do that accent, or did they do that on purpose?
I don't think he can. I don't think he can do that whole movie with an accent. But I also know that when I watched the Kevin Costner version of Robin Hood, that Kevin Costner didn't do an English accent. Everybody in the movie was English except Kevin Costner, and he did his normal English voice. Are you looking it up?
I am looking it up.
Did you Google can Denzel Washington?
Denzel Washington chose not to use an accent in Gladiator 2 because he didn't want to risk poorly imitating a North African accent.
Okay.
So basically, he can't do it. That's all.
I didn't want to risk not doing it good. It tells me, but I'm like, well, why would you cast somebody who doesn't fit?
Because it's Denzel Washington.
Right?
He fits everywhere.
Anyway,
I liked it. I didn't know where it was going to pick up. Like, I didn't know if it was going to be Gladiator 100 years after the first one, but it was consecutive. So, like, at the end of the first Gladiator, Russell Crowe's character dies.
Spoiler?
If you've not seen the first Gladiator, then shame on you.
Well, what if they not?
I don't know.
You've ruined it for them.
I did. Spoiler alerts ahead if you're...
Well, she's going to try not to give any.
I'm going to try not to give. I guess I just did. But anywho, the second one picks up, say, 15 years later. Okay?
So pretty close.
Maybe 20 years later. So it even has some of the same characters in it that the first one had. So I liked that. I like it when sequels don't go... I feel like you can try and go too far away from the plot line. But I also felt like maybe things were it worked out too perfect. Like, there were times when I was like, that's not really... The chances of that happening are outrageous.
Okay.
So, but I liked it. I liked it anyhow. Tell me lies. I don't care.
Which better, Gladiator 2 or the second Top Gun?
That's a good one. I say the second Top Gun.
Really?
Just because... I'll tell you why.
Because I don't think you even like the first Top Gun all that much.
It's not that I don't like Top Gun. I don't really like Tom Cruise.
He's a pretty integral part.
Yeah, well, I don't care for him, and that's fine. The movies are good. But I feel like hearing fighter pilots, you know how I feel about fighter pilots.
She's big into the fighter pilot situation.
And I'm gonna tell you, I'm really big into gladiators.
Uh-huh.
So, but they said
pretty much anything opposite of what I am. Fighting pilots and fighters, and I'm not one of those.
They're very muscular.
Yeah.
But hearing fighter pilots say that the movie was a lot like how it really is.
Yeah.
I
said it was pretty accurate.
Pretty accurate, yeah, as far as because sometimes you can be watching a medical movie and they have pieces of medical equipment doing things that's not even what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Or you can watch Twisters, and they're putting baby diapers up into the sky to stop tornadoes, which is not accurate at all. But
man, that's probably my most hated sequel for me.
Twisters
was Twisters.
Bad.
I just did not like it.
The casting was bad. Like I didn't know, and they weren't good actors.
They spent all that money on that real handsome guy.
Yeah, and they didn't have any money for anybody else.
And
or for writers.
He is handsome. Don't get me wrong, but if I had to pick, I wouldn't pick him.
I would pick 3 B-list actors, and then a bunch of C-list versus 1 A and a bunch of C's. And I feel like that's what they did. They got 1 A.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
I would rather spread my money out on a bunch of B-list actors and see if I can make one of them an A, or maybe one of them have a good day.
Yeah,
you know. But yeah, I saw a bunch of meteorologists post on Facebook. They're like, no, you can't do that. It's literally not possible.
I guess it just seemed so far-fetched. I didn't care for it. Twisters.
Yeah. So back to the other question.
Gladiator 2, it is worth. I watched it once, and I will watch it again because I felt like I want to give it more attention. I feel like maybe there were some details in there that I didn't, some little Easter eggs maybe that I missed.
Yeah, watch it a second time
because I was working at the same time.
Yeah, Holly was doing things on her telephone.
The guy that they have as the gladiator in this movie, I don't know who that actor is, but I liked him. I didn't like the Twisters one. I don't remember his name, but I did like the Gladiator 2 actor very much. And that's all. It's a recap on.
And that's it for Movie Monday. We're all done with the show. No, we got a couple minutes left. A couple of recap items. If you missed it earlier in the show, there has been a business expansion, which is new for us starting this year. Thunder Radio purchased some additional radio stations, so we're very excited about that.
I talked about it earlier in the show, the Rooster, the Duck, Whiskey Country, all that. That's now under our umbrella here at Thunder Radio. So now we have 4 radio stations and some digital agency things as well. So we're going to hopefully expand across Southern Middle Tennessee and do lots of really cool things. And we're looking for sales folks. So if you're looking for a new job on this Monday and you feel like you'd be a good salesman, shoot me an email. Let me know about that. Other things, this is the start of year number 6 of the morning show. I thought we went pretty well today.
Except for my little flub. I'll name that too, and I'll do better tomorrow.
It was bad. But then tomorrow we will have another good show, and then by Wednesday we're going to be ready for break. So I'm hoping we get a little snow on Friday. I've never hated snow more than once we got the radio station because it ruins everything. Snow and ice ruin everything in the radio world. It gets on a satellite dish back here, messes things up.
Josh has to come up here with
I'm
a
up there
broom.
I'm up there with a broom, sweeping snow off of this satellite dish. I'm up there with a ladder on top of the bed of my truck.
Somebody from OSHA is going to come by here.
I'm not covered under a workman's comp, so it's whatever. I can do what I want. But I'm on a metal ladder on top of a truck bed with a long shop broom, sweeping off a 12-foot satellite dish. That's what happens to me when it snows. I tried to spray that de-icer, like windshield de-icer on it.
It didn't work.
It seemed to help.
Okay.
Keep it from being as piled. Like it didn't stick as quick. But that satellite dish, but that snow loves it because it's cold. Like it's, and there's nothing behind it.
Yeah.
And it sticks pretty quick.
Shannon says, "What kind of rooster is it?" It's a Bantam.
It's a Bantam Chook. We got to find a way to work that into some apparel, don't we?
Yeah.
Welcome to our Bantam Rooster Chicken.
Tomorrow's segment, I'll be reading the names of chickens off. So
Nice.
It's going to be a good one.
Let's see. Non-stick spray, that satellite will help. I did, but like Pam, right?
Pam.
Or
What about
like some non-stick spray. I tried that window de-icer because it's supposed to
WD-40?
No.
That's not
We're
right.
gonna put like cooking spray on it and see how that does.
Butter.
Yeah.
Slather it in butter.
I'm not slathering that satellite dish in butter. I feel like that would damage it.
Okay, better not.
Yeah. I don't want to damage that. It was very expensive. Satellite dish was awful to put that thing up too. Anything else here, Holly? Any other things we need to talk about? I got the market time menu. I'll touch on that when I come back.
I just want to remind everybody that the middle school.
Coffee Middle School.
I'm sorry, Coffee Middle School.
The middle school. It's
Sorry.
the one.
It's the only one that's playing right now.
There's middle schools in Tullahoma are playing.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, we bought your
I
radio station,
forgot.
Holly. You can be talking about any middle
It's
school.
just going to take. There's
the
an
middle
adjustment.
school.
The Coffee County Middle School basketball team is playing tonight, and they have their 8th grade night.
Yeah, 6 o'clock for the girls. Boys to follow.
Sorry.
She's gonna get better. I'm
We hope.
I'm gonna get talking to later for correcting her. So do not correct me on air. That's how she gets behind the scenes. You don't even know. Real quick weather forecast. We had some snow showers earlier outside the Thunder Studios. They kind of eased up. 32 right now. Holly, you know how warm we were when we started the show?
Yeah.
37.
Ew.
Already down to 32. It's going to keep falling. They said 27 or 28 by 5 o'clock. I'm not going to be surprised if we're down to 25 or so. North breeze at 15, 20 miles an hour, gusting to 25. It is just a brutal day. Stay inside, stay bundled up. Overnight low tonight, 22. Tomorrow, gradual clearing, 34 for your high. 18 tomorrow night. Wednesday, 32 for your high. 13 Wednesday night. So if you haven't quite done your winterizing yet, we've had some cold nights, but we're going to have a cold stretch where we're not even getting out of the freezing temperatures during the day. And overnight lows in the 13s, 15s. Make sure your pipes and all those things are taken care of before we hit that. Don't want you to have to deal with that. Weather forecast brought to you by Wisteria Hill Boutique. Find them online, Wisteria Hill Boutique on Facebook. And they have a website, wisteriahillonline.com.
Are you dreaming of a home to call your own or looking to refinance? Look no further than New Haven Mortgage, your local mortgage experts right here.
Like dishes at their hub.
We had 12 dishes at our hub site, and we had to keep clear. Pam seemed to work the best. So Pam, I need Pam. So cans of Pam for the satellite. How often do you have to spray it? Like right before it snows every time, or does it last at all? Like if I sprayed it on Wednesday or Thursday, is that good for a Friday, or do I need to spray it Friday if it starts snowing? No.
President gets sworn in today, doesn't he?
No.
What is it today?
It's certified today.
Certified, yeah.
I think. Is it today?
Yes, it's today.
I heard something about January 6th being the worst event since Pearl Harbor or something. I don't know. Today's January 6th. So. 20th is the inauguration date.
Oh, yes, that's right. There's a school in, is it Rutherford County that will be a band?
Oh yeah, was it Stewart's Creek?
Stewart's Creek's band, which is a very, very good band, will be playing at the Trump inauguration parade, which I thought was cool.
You got to get him to inauguration first.
Shannon says
Thursday should be fine. Okay. Well, I'm gonna get a bunch of Pam and spray on that
is
dish.
it supposed to snow Friday?
Oh, we're keeping an eye on a winter storm situation.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's just you just don't know. I mean, it fluctuates so much. Temperatures, precipitation. You know. Hopefully not. We're supposed to go to we're supposed to go to Jamestown on Saturday for a basketball game.
Yeah.
York. If it snows, I ain't driving up there on Plateau. People are complaining of the radio coverage in there. We do our best. And we did just go to Gulf Shores to broadcast 3 games. I feel like we'll travel most times.
I got to get better about remembering our coverage is much wider now.
Yeah. Is it cold in here?
I'm always cold.
I feel like the heat ain't working. It probably is.
Probably is. Sure. Yesterday, me and Josh went to Walmart to grab some things. We were on that side of town, and I had some groceries that I needed to get, but we were cold.
It was cold in there.
It was
I don't
cold
think the heat
outside,
was working.
and we had to get stuff out of like the cold department.
Yeah.
You know, so we were over there by the refrigerators and freezers, and Josh says, let's don't do a full list. Let's get the necessities so we can leave. He sounded like a little old man.
It was cold in there. I always wondered if heat tape applied on the backside would keep it clear.
I don't know what that is.
Heat tape. What is it that when you put on pipes?
Would it affect the signal?
If it's on the back of it, it wouldn't.
Oh.
You can't put it on the front, but it's on the back.
0 to 187 inches expected.
Yeah. And also, it might be 60 degrees. Who knows? And maybe it'll snow. And maybe we'll have thunderstorms. And we could have a tornado. I don't know.
Don't say that.
It's going to wrap it up for the morning show. Show number 1 of year number 6 is out of the way. Holly, well done.
Well,
it was just something you say to be nice. It wasn't well done. Mercantile Cafe,
done.
Bakery, and Gift Shop in downtown Manchester is where down home cooking meets Southern hospitality. The Mercantile is ready for you. Now, they're closed on Mondays and Tuesdays, so they're not ready for you today, but they'll be ready for you on Wednesday. Get on by and see them for their delicious meat and 2s, meat and 3s, and they start serving. They actually got grab-and-go breakfast starting at 7 o'clock, Wednesday through Friday, and then full-service breakfast Saturday mornings at 8 at the Mercantile. Lunches start at 11, and they serve up dinners until about 8 o'clock. 210 North Irwood Street, right across from Manchester City Hall, Manchester Police Department. Get up by and see them. All right, it's going to wrap it up for us. Good first show back. Catch replays of the show on Apple or Spotify. Search for The Morning Show with Josh and Holly. You'll see our ugly mugs there, our beautiful cartoon caricatures, and you can subscribe there. Join our tens of subscribers. You'll get updates when we post updated shows, and you can rewatch the shows anytime on the Carmine Family Dental Camera. Search for Thunder Radio on Facebook or YouTube. Have a good rest of your day. We'll be back tomorrow. Hey, Swap a Chop's back today. I haven't had Swap a Chop in like 2 weeks. Swap a Chop is back. So buying, selling, trading, and giving away coming up next. Behind the Wheel with Wyatt at 9. At 10 o'clock, it's the Rick Burgess Show. 12 o'clock, Dan Bongino. 3 o'clock, Connecting Coffee County with Tiffany Clutter.
Yeah, yeah.